question to answer because I was only a year and a half when my parents started in 1974. But I was exposed to the business at a very early age. I was in a playpen while they worked. As a toddler, I was at the office getting into trouble. And over the years, I would help out and be involved. So I was able to be exposed to several different things. I saw the manufacturing side, which I was fascinated by, being able to take something and replicate it fast. And when color came about, it was even that much more exciting. So I was exposed to that and had an interest in that, an interest in what we created. I then was able to see my parents working hard, building something, you know, working evenings, working weekends, bringing work home, whatever it took, making deliveries at all times of the night and weekends sometimes to people's homes. I was able to see that, my dad and my mom give good service and for the customer to be happy. I was exposed to those types of positive situations. And naturally, I think you want to gravitate to positive situations like that when you're young. You know, my brothers were already growing up in the business as well, so when we were working together, it was like family time. That was when we worked together and had our you know, Friday night pizzas while we worked on a job. So that was another positive. We were together, even though we were working. But just being able to, over the years, be a part of something that was growing and evolving and never standing still is something that you don't get complacent in. You just keep evolving and keep learning and keep growing, and that's the way it has been over 40 years. So, you know, while my teachers and guidance counselors encouraged me to look at other options when I told them what I was going to do with my life, I have no regrets, because to be a part of something that started so small and has grown to what it has today, and still keeping the customer in mind, and offering services that are relevant with where things are today, has been such an amazing journey. So I wouldn't change anything. I am thankful for my family and the experiences that I was exposed to at an early age that showed me the opportunities in this industry and how much of an enjoyment it can be to work with your family. It's not easy, but if you work at it, there is much reward in that. So I believe that's why I got involved in the family business.
Probably the one that I remember most often is one that we always had a joke about things. Whenever we had a project that was challenging or difficult, and we were getting stressed out and exhausted, we would always, my mom and dad would always say, well, just remember, these are the good old days. And at the time, I was like, that didn't make no sense. But then it became a joke, because every time another opportunity, challenging opportunity or difficult time came up, we would say the same thing, these are the good old days. And only now do I look back and it's like, that was right, those were the good old days. And now realize that this time, the time now is the good times and the good days.
I think the top three would be, I think number one, I think you need to have passion for what you do. Number two, I think you need to be able to listen to your customers. And number three, I think you have to surround yourself with a great team of people. A passion for what you do, because I think that you have to genuinely and sincerely have a concern for the customer. To be able to last that length of time, I think that you have to be able to do that. And I think if you are able to do that, it's going to be as if you're not even working a day in your life. And number two, listening to your customers, because as the needs change for your customers over time, you have to be aware of what those changes are to make yourself relevant. And number three, I think you have to surround yourself with a great team of people, because they have to be willing to make the changes with the business based on what the customer needs through time. So you have to have those three things.